Hey, how's it going, guys? It's Doorshutter coming back to you with episode 50 of the Direwolf20 1.20 mod pack. And today, we are getting into the portal to Alfheim. So, we need 8 living wood blocks, 3 glimmering living wood, an elven gateway core, 2 mana pools, and 2 Natura pylons. So I've grabbed 2 mana pylons, which these can then be converted into Natura pylons. We've already got the mana pools set, so we need a gateway core, which is this right here. Looks like I need a little bit more Terra Steel nuggets there, so that's good. So there is that. And then we need glimmering living wood. Is it just glimmering living wood? Okay. I don't think it is the log variation. So let's get some of this. How many of these did I... Okay, so 3. I just wanted to make sure. 1, 2, 3. And then the 8 living wood blocks. Right there. Okay, so let's fly over to the Botania area. And we're just going to place this right here, I believe. Okay, we could visualize this, but I'm pretty sure I remember how this goes. So it's this. Let's grab some cobblestone real quick. This. And then one to the forest in the center. But we need mana pylon, and we can grab sparks to place here and here. And try that one more time. There it goes. That's better. Okay, so this should be the portal. Now we toss our Lexica Botania in there, and that gives us a newer version, which actually has a lot of the stuff from the Alfheim portal, which includes mana drives, but we need Gaia spirits to do that. So ME Botanics is still kind of a little bit further away, because we're probably not going to get too far into Botania this episode, because it's going to be a little bit shorter of an episode. But we're going to grab some Ender Pearls. So we'll grab 64 Ender Pearls. And I think we're going to cut the mana gen off here. Like just the mana throwing over there. So let's turn these bad boys back on so we can actually fill up the pools. Just a wee bit more. Why are you not... You're just not operating. I'm not sure why that is. Interesting. This definitely has enough experience to be operating. Okay, we'll just leave it. Anyway, let's get some mana pearls. And then we're just going to do 16, because then we're going to toss 16 in here. So that'll give us pixie dust. And I don't know if we're going to automate this too much. Looks like we only got... Oh, there it is. Because I'm not 100% sure. But the orchid... Or the orchid, whatever you want to call it here. So we need to get runes of pride, which are summer and fire. So let's get the runic altar back here. Actually, I think before we start doing anything with the orchids, let's get some better mana spreaders. So the mana spreaders that we have available now are the elven mana spreaders. We could look at getting the Gaia ones. Those aren't too complicated, but we do need the Dreamwood. So let's bookmark this. Let's get rid of all these runes over here. And let's look at Dreamwood. What do we need for Dreamwood? So Dreamwood is just living wood thrown into here. Okay? So living wood. And we should just get a ton. And I don't think... Okay, so this actually still uses mana to operate. You can see that it's slowly diminishing these pools. Okay, so I mean, that is good to know. And what we can do is probably get another Natura Pylon and 2 sparks. Two Natura Pylons and 2 sparks to put on top of these other pools, because this is going to require mana to keep the items going. I don't know if it needs it permanently. Let's see. To keep the actual portal open, I don't think it does. It doesn't look like it. It just looks like it needs it for transmitting items. Okay. So we can now get the better spreader. Let me just throw my sword in here. So mana spreader. So we want this one. This is going to require Elementium, which is 2 mana steel ingots there. So do we have any mana steel? We do. So let's just grab 32. We'll get 16 Elementium. And we can just stand here. You can't be transported through the portal, by the way. It does tell you that in the book. So it's not really a new dimension. I think that would be pretty cool if somebody added that, though. A new dimension. That would be pretty cool. So let's go for... Are these even firing? They are. Just the pool's full. So let's go for this. Okay. So that should be firing quite rapidly. But we can do one more here. Okay. And then we could get some potency lenses. Can I get one more potency lens? So that should be firing significantly quicker. Okay. And then here at the bottom, we can just get more of these. I didn't mean to grab 4, but that'll work. So we'll do 1, 2, 3. Point them all to the right direction. Make sure that these are all bound correctly. Okay. Actually, I guess these technically need to be bound up here. That's why we have that. Okay. So, I mean, that is good. We are golden on that. So we should be able to put the runic altar back down, because I did pick that back up. So runic altar. Put that there. Put that there. Okay. And then we probably want to get this back up and going, which should be pretty decent overall. Okay. Yeah, that is good, right? We have this kind of operating. We have the kind of just overall idea of this being upgraded. Let's look at the Gaia Spirit here. Let's check that out real quick. So, the Gaia Spirit, spell it right here. So, Ritual of the Gaia. Right here. So, it looks like, yeah, we need a beacon and 4 of these Gaia pylons. So, Gaia pylons. So, we need 4 mana pylons. So there's that. Iron blocks, just 9 of these. And then a beacon. What are these other kind of beacons? Displays a beacon beam when powered with redstone. Cures most harmful potion effects nearby. That's actually pretty cool. But let's get the visualization of this so we know where to place this stuff. Okay. And you know, we could kind of go out just a little bit further. So we could just put this like right here. Doesn't really matter. It's not needed to be chunk loaded, so I'm not too worried. So cobblestone, 1, 2, pylon, 1, 2, pylon, 1, 2, pylon, 1, 2, pylon, and then beacon in the center. Okay, and then we'll get a Terra Steel ingot. Right click with this, I believe. Oh, okay. So it looks like we're gonna need to make this a flatter surface, which is fine. This is something that you'll come across with this, where it needs to be a certain kind of dimension area. And it does highlight it. That's what those red particle effects were. So let's try that. Let's just cover this area. Okay, perfect. Let's see one more time. There we go. So this will spawn him. The Gaia, the Guardian of the Gaia. Guardian, Gaia. This guy. Right here. We should be able to basically tank this dude. And also, you can't fly in this, which is a pretty nifty feature because it just prevents you from it. And now he's going to spawn a whole bunch of mobs, so we can just one-shot here real quick. Boop, boop. And then once all the mobs that he spawns are gone, we will be able to fight him for the last time, most likely. Alrighty. Almost, maybe. And he does teleport around, which is always fun. Okay. And we got 8 Gaia Spirits out of that. And of course, this can be used as many times as you want. But the Gaia Spirits are going to be useful for, of course, the Gaia Mana Spreaders. I think that these aren't the greatest. They just send a very large amount. The Gaia Spirit and a Dragonstone Gem yields an even more potent variant of the Gaia Spreader. Is the Golden Standard Mana Spreaders with upgrades pretty much all around. Do note these are spreaders fire larger payloads at once and thus might fire less often. So I think they're better. It's just they might not be faster. So if we probably put a vortex lens on him, we probably could look at that. So mana diamond, I think, is what we're going to look at here. And I don't know if this is a 1-to-1 conversion, so let's look real fast. It is a 1-to-1 conversion, so let's just do 6. And then get a Gaia Mana Spreader, just so we could check this out here. And we could update these ults of Gaia Mana Spreaders. I'm not too worried about that. But that way we're able to fire a little bit more. And then if we got a potency lens, we should be able to get... I don't have a fire rune, but we would be able to make this just a little bit better. But overall, I think we're golden. One of the things I quickly want to look at is the floating flowers, which just require, let's see. Yeah, so they require a previously floating one. So what is a pasture seed? So just grass. I don't actually have any just normal grass laying around. So shears. So we'll just go out here. Pick some of this stuff up. Okay. And let's F3G this so we can get rid of those grids. Kind of annoying. Kind of don't think about it, though. That's the problem. Okay, so pasture seeds. And then we should just be able to use this to get any one of those. So let's go for 6 of these. So we just need to make glimmering flowers real fast to then make these. Okay. And then what we should be able to do is actually take our Rosa Arcana and put those plus these to make floating. And these actually are easier to place around the world, by the way, because they don't have to be on a grass block, since they technically are already on a glass block. So it's a pretty cool thing to do if you just wanted to check that out. But I think that's all the time we have for today. I would love to try and get more into this episode, but this is just going to be a generally shorter episode. So we got the portal to Alfheim. We've got better mana spreaders overall. And this is kind of where we could get more of these Rosa Arcanas, especially because how much of the actual stuff we have. And it looks like we're full on the actual XP obelisk over here. So definitely some stuff that we can look at in the future to see if we can make this even better. I kind of have some ideas to make this better, which is actually just kind of placing a more of these XP fountains, experience fountains, just for 1-to-1. But I think overall this is pretty decent. We probably do need to look at spark augments, which would be good to get these pulls off of any mana spreaders. So that way we could just use these pulls here maybe to get to send mana. But I think we need to figure out just a little bit better of mana generation, maybe more Rosa Arcanas. We can do quite a bit. They fire pretty rapidly, and especially when my XP is involved, it will definitely help us. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this shorter episode. This has been a blast. I'm honestly kind of enjoying Botania. It's always an awesome thing to look at and try new generations of mana, and just kind of overall getting a few of the kind of things figured out here. So next time, most likely the Orchid, and probably the Gaia Guardian V2, because that is a thing. So we have 2 different variations, and he can give us some pretty lovely artifacts that will definitely help us in the future. So yeah, thank you guys, stay awesome, and I can't wait to see you in the next one. Bye-bye.